At 147, I felt a lot more comfortable, a lot more stronger, a lot more of my natural self, like I am when I'm in training and, sparring and stuff like that, before I do weight cuts. So it just, you guys just seen the best Devin Haney, and that's what you guys are going to see, from that point on.
147 pounds is not a guy at the division right now that know how to turn it on and turn it off like Haney. Out the ring, Dr. Doolittle. Inside the ring, Debo. These guys who ain't never seen the street a day in their life, like Gervonta Tank Davis. Never did nothing street in their life. We don't know them for nothing street. Just putting hands on chicks, getting some speeding tickets. We like when our fighters is active in the sport. Inside the ring and outside the ring, they're fighters. They're men of men. They're able to be a role model. You could look towards one of these fighters and say, I could see me adding something that they got in their game to my game to make me a better person. And that's the Devin Haney way. You know what I'm saying? We like when our fighters go overseas to fight, and represent us. Our fighters represent us in the Olympics. Why they can't represent us fighting domestically, internationally? And it's important for all of these fighters to understand that they have a fiduciary right, to operate on the best interest of the fan, because what a fan does is supports. And if you no longer give the fans something to support, they're no longer going to support you. And that's why everybody is popping out the woodwork, even people who weren't believers in his skill. Now everybody's saying he could do this, he going to be the best. But before the fight, they didn't see that potential. And like I said, our fighters that we support, we want those fighters to go out there and fight on our behalf. Go get them straps. Win those big fights. Go overseas and fight their guy. And like I said, that's the best part of being a fan of a boxer who is for their fans. We got another 10 years of Devin Haney, and he not doing nothing but getting better. He ain't doing nothing but getting better. He done got his groove back, and that's going to be dangerous for a lot of guys, because a lot of guys don't know what it's like to go through adversity. Don't know what it's like to have the world on your shoulders, the world going against you, people preying on your downfall. And, this fighter was able to go through all of that and make non-believers believe. You got guys saying that Haney didn't pack a punch, saying that Haney now packs a punch. You got guys saying that he wouldn't fit into the weight class, saying now he's going to fit into the weight class. You got guys who thought him beating a guy like Boots was a far-gone conclusion. Now you got the guy he just beat, his father, saying that he know for certain that he beats Boots. You got to give him his credit in every way possible, because that guy really defied the odds. And that's what we like our fighters to do. Defy odds, strive for greatness, and strive to be the best.